Bob here. Just got done riding my bike before this big snowstorm comes. You hear about that? Here it's been spring, we've had all kinds of nice weather here, and they're talking snow. Oh, ain't no way I'm gonna be out riding in that. So I came in because Mr. Lofgren said someone out there's got a birthday. Who is it now? Oh, I got my card here. Hudson Ndln? What the heck kind of name is Ndln? Oh, what? Oh, Mr. Lofgren says mid-tune. Okay. Oh, is that bell ringing mean I gotta go to class? Well, I'm gonna make this real quick. Hudson, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Hudson. I'm gonna go ride my Harley right now.
Hey, Billy Bob, don't run over anybody. Oh, man. He's been hanging around here so much. I don't know what the deal is. If he's just bored or like his biker friends are out of the country. I don't know what the deal is. So he's been harassing me. I can't get my work done. Welcome to Thursday, April 2nd, 2020. Happy birthday, Hudson. Man, it's too bad that you can't celebrate it here at school with us, and you probably can't have a big celebration like you normally would have. But turning 9 is a big deal. You're halfway to becoming an adult, and this is the last year that you're in single digits. Enjoy it. Hopefully, you get something Seahawks related or two, because I know how you love the Seattle Seahawks. But most importantly, I just hope you have a great day celebrating you. Do some fun things that you like, and I know your family. You have a tremendous family. They're going to make sure that they're going to make your birthday the best possible. So Hudson, on behalf of all of us here in our third grade classroom, we wish you the best birthday, and we hope that you have a great day and celebrate yourself. So have a good one, bud. Okay. What today's lesson will entail, we have a busy day here. We have a Studies Weekly that we're going to dive into. And then we have a few math journal pages that we're going to talk about as well today. So thank you. If you have not done so, please do so. Thanks to those that were able to submit your Mondrian art projects. They turned out great, the ones that I saw. And there are a few of you that also kind of did your own variation. So again, I'd love to see those. Please send those in. I'd like to do a little video on that coming up sometime soon. So send me your pictures. Just send me pictures on what you're up to. Would love to hear from you. So let's take a look at the work that we have for you today. All right, let's talk about Thursday, April 2nd, shall we? Let's go to your list of assignments and things to do for the day. First, AR. Continue to read your AR books. If you're running low, if you haven't, go through your books at home. Go to arbookfind.com. See what levels they are. Read them and test on them. If you need more books, contact me. I can set something up for you and check out some books for you and get those ready. All you need to do is contact me. I'll gladly find some books for you. Journal writing. 2 interesting topics. The first one talks about what do you like to do on a rainy day. And when we think about a rainy day, we think of things to do inside. Why? Because no one likes to really be outside, do they? So it talks about, write about 2 things you could do on a rainy day outdoors. You notice the word outdoors is in italics. They want to emphasize that word because normally we don't think of going outside during a rainy day. One thing I like to do on a rainy day, I like to go walk in the woods. Okay, we don't really have lots of forests around here, but I've camped a lot and done a lot of hiking in state parks, and it's kind of neat to walk in the woods during a rain shower because you hear all the water falling down, and it's just really a peaceful sound. So if you want to do that, otherwise you can do the second option. There was a very famous Danish author, Hans Christian Andersen. He wrote over 150 fairy tales. Okay, there's lots of fairy tales. And he was born on this date in 1805. So if he were alive, he'd be 215 years old. He's been taking a dirt nap for quite a while. What you're going to do there is pretend you are a character in a fairy tale, and then a fairy comes and grants you 3 wishes. You need to write about, okay, what would the 3 wishes be and why would you wish them? So this is where you could use your imagination and kind of come up with a big story if you wanted to. Once upon a time, there was a plumber named Jack. Jack lived in the forest of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. One day, while strolling through the woods, his fairy godfather popped up behind a bush. His godfather's name was William. "Why, greetings! How are you, Jack?" Just looking to unclog a toilet. What's your problem?" "I have granted you 3 wishes. What would you want?" And then you could come up with the 3 wishes, and why would you wish them? See, if a 39-year-old guy can think of this stuff, man, you guys are kids. You can come up with all kinds of good stuff. So write. Get in that habit. Write. Oh my gosh, you can unlock so many possibilities with your imagination. So good luck with those journal assignments. If you write anything interesting, I want to see it. Send it to me, please. Okay, you need to get out your studies weekly for the week. Week number 5, properties of matter. Okay, a property is kind of like a characteristic or a feature. Okay, and what we're going to be getting into today is some chemistry stuff. Okay, chemistry is the area of science that talks about identifying substances that matter is made out of. Okay, and then more specifically, it talks about chemistry is how we can study the ways different pieces of matter or types of matter interact when they're combined and how that matter can change. So that's kind of in a nutshell what chemistry is. And what we're going to be talking about today is you're going to be talking about compounds, mixtures, and solutions, and food. Okay, who doesn't like talking about food, right? So on the front page, you see some examples of what mixtures are, compounds, and solutions. Okay, and so in the inside cover, if you look, the main article is called Matter Changes. Here we talk about compounds. What a compound is, it's when a combination of 2 or more elements bond or stick together. Okay, so you'll read about that. A mixture is when you have a combination of 2 or more different types of matter. So like, for example, all the toppings that are on a hamburger, those are all good mixtures because they all fit together well. Okay. And obviously they taste good too. So I'll let you read that little part. And then also you're going to be talking about solutions as well. So take a look at those 3 little paragraphs and you'll learn all about compounds, mixtures, and solutions. A few other things I want to highlight. I like glow sticks or light sticks, but when you use them, you don't really think about how they work. So check that article out if you want to learn how a light stick works. Pretty interesting. There's a little article about models. I know as a kid, I used to make model airplanes and model cars. I'll show you too. Well, actually right here, if you take a look, this is a model of a ballpark I have. And I actually use this model to play a baseball game that I play at home. And I'll show you the baseball game at home. And then here's another model of another ballpark that I have. So both of these I use for the baseball game I play. Why? Because it makes the game seem more realistic. Okay. Why do we have models? Read the article, find out. Now this lady, okay, and then we have 2 articles about 2 famous people. The first one, her name is Ellen Swallow Richards, kind of an interesting name. Read about why she was important and how she's related to clean drinking water. Okay, and then the guy on the back page, his name is Joseph Priestley. If you like drinking pop, you need to thank this guy. Why? Read his article and you'll find out more. Couple of experiments I just do want to highlight. The first one has to do with something called iron oxide. Iron oxide is a compound made out of iron and oxygen and water molecules. And when you get iron, oxygen, and water, you get something that not a lot of people like to have. And it's called rust. Okay? There's a little experiment. If you have those materials, you you can feel free to do that. And then speaking of pop, there is a soda experiment. You have to, all you need are three things. You need to have an unopened can of Diet Cola. You need to have an unopened can of regular cola. So what does that mean? If you have like Diet Coke and then a Coke, or a Diet Pepsi and Pepsi, you need water, and then you need a sink or a large bucket. That's all you need. Check that out and do the experiment and see what happens. Interesting stuff. The only thing that's due for this entire Studies Weekly, it's not due until Friday. You can do it today if you want, or turn it in Friday. It's the crossword puzzle. You have 8 words and 8 questions. The word list is in front of you. Go back into the stories and find the answers if you need to. Find those and take a picture of it. Send it to me, and your Studies Weekly for the day and for the week are done. All right, let's talk about the other things, the other options for you today here on April 2nd. Haha, I like the first one, clean your bedroom and clean your house. I'm serious. Great opportunity to tidy up at home. Check underneath your bed. Check your closets, your garage. Go through toys that you have. Get rid of things you don't use or that are broken. It's a good time to do that. IXL, remember, you can do any starred items in math or language arts. I will be updating them and adding more just for your information. You can also do science and social studies for free. Remember, I got that IXL challenge for the week. The top 3 students right now, number 3 is Mr. Seth Payette. Number 2 is Mr. Jackson Stahl. And sitting in the lead right now is Brooklyn Volts. So not too late to get started, though. It doesn't take long to get caught up. So a few other things there. I just want to touch on the cursive handwriting. Again, practice your first and last name 5 times every day. You do that, you're going to be a master at that. Continue with your arcade game. If you haven't gotten that finished, send an email or write a letter. Call up a friend or a relative and practice those spelling words on the back of that cursive sheet I gave you. So plenty of things to do if you are bored, okay? Challenge yourself, push yourself, get outside, get some fresh air, pay attention to the weather as well. Okay, so we're going to move into math. So all you need today, you don't need your whiteboard, your markers, nothing. Find a time to do your Mad Minute, okay? You do that whenever, but for right now, you need your math journal, and then you need a pencil, okay? And, we've got a big-time sponsor. This is just epic, okay? Put your things down and just watch. We're going to go back in time. Enjoy.
Boy, I hope the restaurant's still open. I haven't eaten since I left Cucamonga. La da dee dee da da la da 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 abacadabra. Another one? They ought to screen this place. La da dee dee da da la da 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 hocus pocus.
A vampire.
Oh, yeah? Well, abacadabra. I'm an umpire.
Hocus pocus, I'm a bat.
Okay, I'm a bat, too. Abacadabra.
You wouldn't hit a bat with glasses on, would you? Hocus pocus, now I crush you.
Abacadabra. 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 Abracapocus. Hocus cadabra. Newport News. Wow, I can do better than that. Walla Walla, Washington. Goyles!
Emily, look! It's our little friend. Look, Emily. Isn't it romantic? I always said 4 heads are better than 1.
Who would have thought Bugs Bunny wanted to be on the Nugget Distance Learning Network Channel 3? You guys must be a pretty special class. I am a vampire. Abracadabra, I'm an umpire. Gets me giggly every time I see it. So, all right. Really quickly, we are going to be talking about order of operations. I'm going to write a problem on the board, quick like here, if I can find my black marker. Here it is. And I want to see if you can just do this problem in your head, following the rules. Remember, parentheses first. So if I have, let's say I have 14 plus parentheses 3 times 2. Okay, I'm going to step away. Let's see if you can do this in your head real fast. I'm going to count in my head the 5. The answer, it's the same number that happens to be in the current year we are in twice. 2020. Why do I know this? We do what's in parentheses first. 3 times 2, that equals 6. And then I take 14 plus 6, and if my Earth math is still functioning, I know that that would equal 20. The answer is 20. We do the parenthesis problems in first. Okay, what I need you to do right now is you need to turn to page 212 in your math journal. 212, all you need is your math journal and a pencil. Okay, 212. And what we're going to talk about right now is what happens when we have a number sentence that doesn't have parentheses and we have more than one operation. Let's say we have a number model, number sentence with addition and then division, or we have multiplication and subtraction. Does it really matter which one you do first, or do you just go left to right? There are some certain rules that we must follow, so I need you to look on the top of page 212, and then I'll do a few examples before we get into the book. It says rule number 1, do operations inside parentheses first. That's what we've been working on the last couple of days. We have a number sentence and we see a problem in parentheses. We do the problem in parentheses first. I think you got that down handily based on the math work you've sent me over the last few days. Then we take a look at numbers 2 and 3. So once you've done the parentheses first, then what's left, if there are no parentheses, you must either multiply or divide first in order from left to right. So in that number model, you have to think in your head, okay, before I do anything else, after the parenthesis problems, I need to multiply or divide. Okay, multiplication and division come first or take more priority than addition and subtraction. Okay, because then rule number 3, it says finally add or subtract in order from left to right. What did that all mean? Just look at this example I'm going to write on the board. I'm just going to make one up. So let's say we had 4 plus 2 times 5. Okay? 4 plus 2 times 5. Which 2 operations do I do first? Do you remember what we just read about? The first 2 operations we're going to do first is we're going to multiply or divide first. Okay, we're going to multiply or divide first. And if I look, I see a multiplication symbol right here. See it? So what that means is I'm going to have to multiply first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, basically you're kind of pretending there are parentheses there. There aren't, but I have an addition symbol and a multiplication symbol, and I know based on the rules that I just read, I need to multiply or divide first. So in this case, I'm going to take 2 times 5. Okay, that's easy. 10. So we'll just cross this out. I have a 10 sitting right here. And then we just read that after you multiply or divide anything, then you can add or subtract. So I'm just going to draw a line right here. We multiply or divide, and then after we've done that, we either add or subtract, left to right. Okay? So what do I have left? I have 4 plus 10. Easy. 14. Okay? Not the most difficult thing to do in the world. You just need to know what to do. Let's do another one. Okay? Let's say I have 20 take away 6 divided by 3. Okay? 20 minus 6 divided by 3. Do I have any multiplication or division symbols? Am I multiplying or dividing? Yes, I see a division symbol right here. So what does that mean? I'm going to take 6 divided by 3. Okay? Think, what number times 3 equals 6? That's easy. That is 2. Okay? I see no other division symbols or multiplication symbols. So once that's done, now I'm going to add or subtract. I don't have any addition, but I do have a subtraction symbol. So I'm going to take 20 minus 2. That equals 18. Okay? So we do parentheses. Once the parentheses are done, we either multiply or divide, left to right. And then after we found the multiplication or division problem, then we either add or subtract to get our final answer. Understand that? Okay, I want you to get your pencil ready because we are going to do 1 through 4 quickly. Here we go. Okay, so you've got your book out, page 212. I'm going to make a little deal with you. Just bear with me for the next 3 minutes, and I'll make a sweet deal for you that you're going to want to take up. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Oh boy, all by myself with 0 bodies. Oh, I can man. Oh, I got 1 body right here, and of course, Perry is lurking over there. George is sitting over there. Okay, can you see him? Where's Abe? He's right down here. Okay, he's on the floor making sure, you kids aren't here to pick up the floor. So he's got to keep an eye on me, so I pick up the floor myself. All right, here we go. Order of operations. Without parentheses, we multiply and divide first, going left to right, and then we add and subtract going left to right. So if we take a look behind me, we have, I don't know why everyday math does this, but sometimes they'll throw a problem where they'll put the answer first. They'll say whatever the answer is equals, and then they put the number sentence behind it. I don't know why they do it. I guess I'm not smart enough to write curriculum. So here we go. 11 minus 3 times 3. Do I have a multiplication or division symbol in here? Yes, I do. It's right here. So I'm going to do 3 times 3 first. 3 times 3 equals 3, 6, 9. That equals 9. No more division or multiplication symbols. I go down. I either add or I subtract. I have a subtraction symbol here. What's left in the problem? 11, take away 9. 11 minus 9, 2. D-O-N-E. You're done. That's the first problem. Okay, here's problem number 2. 15 divided by 3 plus 2 equals, we're going to find it out. No parentheses, right? So we have to go to the rules of our orders of operation. Anytime I see a multiplication or division symbol, I must do those first left to right. I see a division symbol here right at the beginning. So I'm going to take 15 divided by 3. How do we figure that out? Well, you could put 15 objects into 3 different groups. If you don't know, that's a strategy. Another strategy is multiplication. What number times 3? 3 times what is 15? The answer is 5. Okay, 5. By the looks of it, I see no more multiplication or division symbols. So then I'm going to either add or subtract what's left. I see an addition symbol right here. So all I'm going to do is take 5 plus 2. You can do that sleepwalking backwards in a jungle full of crocodiles. The answer is 7. Piece of cake. Okay, you guys got this. So here's your deal. I know on the assignment sheet that I gave you, you were supposed to do pages 210 and 213 on your own. Guess what? We're not doing 210. Don't cross it out. We're just not going to do that. Here's what you will do. I want you to do numbers 3, 4, and 5 on page 212 on your own. I think you can do this. Prove to me that you know the order of operations. Okay? If there are parentheses, you always do the ones in parentheses first. If there are no parentheses, then you do multiplication or division or addition and subtraction. That's it. So the first part of your assignment is to do numbers 3, 4, and 5 on page 212. Okay, so you'll finish those 3 problems on page 212, and then here are the math boxes on page 213. Please listen. I'll go through each math box and try to explain a few things to give you some pointers. Number 1, I am a quadrilateral. What is a quadrilateral? If you forgot, a quadrilateral is a 4-sided polygon, right? I have 4 equal length sides. I have 4 right angles. Draw me. You may use a ruler. I am a what? So you need to use the clues and draw that object and write down on the line what that polygon is. Number 2, this is probably the trickiest of the math boxes. The first part says partition this shape. Partition. That's probably a word you use all the time, right? Yeah, right. But let's take the first portion of the word partition. We have the word part, okay? A part of something is not the entire thing, but it's only a simple piece of it. So like we did the other day, you're going to take that object and divide it or split it into 2 rectangles. And then you have to find the length of the missing side. There's one side that is missing. Then when you find that side, that will help you figure out what the area is. Okay, remember the area, the number of square units that fit inside of a polygon. Okay. Use your number sentences too. You might need some help for that one. Number 3, salute. Okay, you know what the dealer has or what the answer is, what the dealer is telling you what the answers are. You need to find the missing factors for those 3 results. Number 4, target number. We have a bunch of cards, and you're trying to reach that target number using our operations. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, there are 2 lines there. Come up with at least 2. Number 5, perimeter. Remember, perimeter is the distance around something. It's telling you that the perimeter of a square is 40 feet. Okay, so the distance around the entire square is 40 feet. You need to figure out what the length of each side is. And here's what I want you to do. Listen. There's a little blank area by number 5. There's kind of an open space. Draw a picture of the square and then label each side its length. Okay? And then number 6, please listen carefully. You have to choose a fact you need to practice and write the fact family, complete the family, and write it in the triangle. Okay? Don't pick an easy one. Don't put 0 times 0 equals 0 or 3 times 1 is 3. Okay? Pick ones. Pick either a 6, a 7, or an 8. That's what I would suggest. Pick a tricky one that even still right now you have a hard time remembering, and challenge yourself. Okay? So that's it for the math boxes. All right, so you're all set with the math boxes and then the final 3 problems on page 212. Do not do page 210. Nah, that's our deal. Oh, and I forgot something. I didn't give you a trivia question yet. Okay, so here it is. Listen. On average, how many eggs does a chicken lay in 1 year? Okay, on average, how many eggs do you think a chicken lays in 1 year? Totally random. Do they lay an egg like every other day? Do they lay 3 every day? I was way off in my answer. So anyway, think about that. I will reveal the answer at the end of this video. Make Thursday great. Send me those emails and pictures. Remember, 2:30 today, Google Hangouts. We're going to try and see what that's all about. I'll be learning just like you If you can do it, remember, watch my video from yesterday, how to access the Google Hangouts and clean up your email. That's something else you can do as well. Looking forward to seeing all of you at the Hangout session if you can make it. If not, we'll try to get you the next time. So enjoy your Thursday. Get your shovels and snow pants and boots ready because we might be in for a little snowstorm. So until I see you again, stay smart, stay awesome, and most importantly, stay you. How many how many eggs does a chicken lay in 1 year? You are about to find out. Have a great rest of your day.